y'all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We are just getting into Lockport, New York. And this is part of the original Erie Canal system. It's supposed to be like a open air museum slash park right on the canal up here someplace. We're going to check it out this morning. Heck yeah. Alright, the phone wants me to cut over. We got to make a left here. Wow, this is a big town here. Pretty big area. Alright, I better be paying attention. And this is Main Street. I think I need to go straight. Oh, there's the Erie Canal. We're crossing it. I goofed. I think I have to turn around. Big old churches with steeples. That must be an apartment or something there. Alright, let me get turned around. We got to cut back to Main Street. I should have made a right on Main. But this was all planned. I wanted to show you this scenic route. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. And the church. I want to see you see the church. That is old. Wow, that's some really cool brickwork there. Arched doorways, all that. Anyway, back to the canal. We're going to follow it for a couple days. We're going to be cutting across upper state New York along the Erie Canal. And I will be driving into some weather. Not today, probably tomorrow we're going to hit weather. Here we go. Now here's Main Street. Yay. See, I should have made a right there. Well, let me park. And I'll go find that area. This looks good as any. According to the phone, it should be right up the street to the left. Yay. It's early, just a little after 7 a.m. right here in Lockport. Wow, that's an old building. Super old. Well, one thing about New York, there is history that goes way back, and oh goodness, found it. Here it is. Just like the pictures on Google. Yep. All reconstructed. I believe it's a 5-tier lock system. I mean, all this stuff's a couple hundred years old. That is huge. Now they run boats through it. Oh, that looks pretty new though. Well, maybe what I need to do, I better go back get the van. Look at that, there's all kinds of parking here in the bridge. Grab a different camera. Oh, there's the statues. The figurines. I'm gonna walk down there. Just happy to find it. And I see the old lock system is very narrow there. Well, cool. Alright, well, that's the plan. I'll go get the van real quick. There's stairways over there. Stairs on both sides. Don't see anyone down there yet. But it looks open. I think we can just walk on down. Yeah, I can't get down this way. I'm gonna get the van. There's the bridge. Look how clean it looks. Everything freshly painted. All of it. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I was looking at this last night on Google, and they got all kinds of ceremonies that happen down here. And a lot of the recreation boats still go through the lock system. Erie Canal changed the world way back when, huh? Oh, there's a car pulling in. Right, got the van that's looking downriver. So we can walk all the way down there, it looks like. And there's the old locks, the narrow. Look how narrow they were when they first built them. All right. A lot of old buildings, church steeples all over. Pretty cool town. There's the van. All right, let's head on down. Hot and humid today. Good chance of thunderstorms later all across the state. Summertime in upstate New York. Flowers. Well, bridge is closed. But there's a, oh, they even got an old boat. Huh. Well, see storyboards. There's the statues. Supposed to be a tribute to the old canal workers. Looks tiny, doesn't it, compared to all the big lock systems? That's 200 plus years old. All the little ships that went through here. Major trade route. Upper Locks View. Alright, that's where we're at now. Please continue on to Area 9. And there's the map of the downtown area. Everything's historic here. This is all gravity fed. All done by gravity. Well, I'll figure a way to get down there. Look at that, they got green grass. Go mow the grass along the canal. Too bad a boat wouldn't come through right now. Probably way too early. They have little cruise boats. I've seen it. Big metal iron gates there, holding back all that water. Those are pretty. Area 10, lower lock construction. Wow. They moved a mountain to build these things. Alright, here's Area 9. Tour boats, then and now. Well, maybe another time. I'm gonna keep trucking today. We got some miles to do. Had a nice stay last night up on Lake Ontario at that RV park. That was neat to see. Niagara Falls, old Fort Niagara, all of it. But we're gonna keep trucking east. Yeah, fresh paint. The flowers. Well, that one article I read, it was called it an outdoor park, and they're right. There's that old boat. They just keep it tied up in there. Pretty darn cool. Like a continuous waterfall. All right, everybody smile. Hold that pose. All right, I'll quit. Oh, look, even got a photographer statue. Now that would have been me back in them days. I would have had the camera. That's neat. And there's a lawn among all this concrete. Well, they definitely got the water to water it. Have you ever seen anything like this? I haven't. Oh, there's the original picture. So they designed all those statues out of the original picture. They're all tenders of the lock here, worked on the canals. Picnic tables. Okay, this is area 4. Lockport, flight of 5. The 5 tiers of the lock system. That's a huge drop. All the big chunks of wood for all the wooden gates. Well, those gates are open down there, but you get the idea. It would just fill and drop. That is old wood. Looks like they even resurfaced all that. quite a ways down here. Wonder what the elevation change is. That has to be at least 150 feet maybe, or more. Well, that's the view they would have had here a couple hundred years ago. Pulling the boats through. That's where it dumps out to the river. They got a little museum here. All the water running through. Alright, well I'm gonna head up towards the van. Definitely, if you're around this area, check this stuff out. You're not going to find anything like this anywhere. Area 15, the Erie Traveler. That's that old boat floating. Well, they got a lot of this blocked off. But that's probably the tallest lock wall I've seen. I'm sure they got bigger ones somewhere. That holds back a ton of water. I think we're going to go right back up past the statues again. Quite the engineering feat. They just cut right through the rock. Very well designed. Still here a couple hundred years later. Rock was sliced away. Steam powered channeling machines. 1911. Life on the barges, I bet. A lot of lifetimes went through this place. President James Garfield as a teenager. He's from this area. Always seen this one. Lockport, Flight of the Five Tiers. We're not that far from Niagara Falls, Lockport. This is all within probably 40, 50 miles of the falls. Because when I went up to Old Fort, Niagara, that wasn't that far up. This still amazes me. There's a life size picture that they made these statues from, them guys posing. Wonder how long they had to sit there for the photographer. They captured all the detail in their faces. That is really well done. In its own way, it's peaceful here. Oh, the roar of the water and echoing in these concrete walls here, but it's peaceful. And looks like they got a lot of cool shops right down here close to the canal. Growth of a city, what it used to look like. Yeah, it probably started booming here once the Erie Canal got built. Cool. All right, well, ready to truck east. There you go. Glad I came down here. I came here super early on purpose so I could just kind of have the place to ourselves. Park the van wherever. But maybe next time, if you ever spend a day or two around here, you can take the canal, the tour boat through there. That'd be cool. Well, sign there is a old city hall. This whole town's old. Cool looking buildings though. Okay, let's see if I get lost twice in the same morning. Nah. Got the trusty phone out, Google Maps fired up. we'll drive through downtown here on our way out on Main Street. I think next town will be Middleport, just a few miles away. There's a whole slew of towns with port as part of their name. Lockport, Middleport, Fairport, Brockport. Every kind of port you can think of. Just past an old movie theater. One thing they get here is a bunch of winter, a lot of snow, being this close to the Great Lakes. Better like shoveling snow if you're going to stay here. I bet fall colors are beautiful too with all the trees. Welcome to Gasport. We're on our way to Middleport. I seen the sign, I had to pull in here. It's across the canal on this one-lane bridge. Yay. Now I gotta turn around and do it again. Wow, everything's nice and green, isn't it? So this is downtown Gasport, New York. Right on this Erie Canal. Here we go again. There's a little park. I'll stop for a minute. I gotta change camera batteries too. Pull in here. Well, looks like these locks, everything's operated. Got the air conditioner going up in that office there. Can't blame them for that. It's humid. Probably decent fishing through here. I don't know. I know it shows a lot of recreational boats use the lock system. Well, they got gas pipelines, power lines are way up in the air. Still going after all these years. Be fun to see a boat come through, say, raise the bridge. This reminds me of like in California where I lived for a lot of years. Down in the sloughs, down around Stockton and Sacramento and all that. They had all the bridges down there. There's a mural on the back of this building here, so see if I can get a picture of it. There it is, Gasport. Got the donkey, the buggy, and the canal. Well, okay. I think now we'll run up to Middleport. I reserved a site at a campground later tonight. Well, a few old buildings here. I think Middleport's a little bigger town. I have never been up here before, this part of New York. Last night I was trying to remember if I had ever been to Lake Ontario, and I don't think I had. I had visited all the other Great Lakes before, but not Ontario. So this is all kind of a first. There's Crosby's gas station. But I filled up early this morning, so I'm in good shape. One thing, the van, you get about good 400-mile range at least on a full tank. We're losing some of our blue sky. It's kind of glazing over the clouds. I think I mentioned earlier, I don't think we'll hit rain today. We might. But the farther east we go, the more chance it'll be. For more information on my channel, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. They're putting out in the newsletter. You can sign up for that once a month. Got all kinds of cool articles, downloadable puzzles, word search, crossword, all that kind of stuff. And we have a merch shop featuring Armchair Traveler series, coffee mugs, hats, shirts. And we got the 2025, heck yeah, merch out too, coffee mugs, whatnot. And with the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that makes great gifts. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv, which helps support the channel and future videos just like this one, exploring this mighty Erie Canal going across this great state of New York. And I appreciate it very much. Looks like a lot of farmland up through here too. Of course, with the canal, they got good water source, huh? Okay, I think we found it. We're getting into Middleport, New York. Sign there says Business District. We'll cut down and get along the canal. Those old homes are huge, aren't they? That's how they built them back then. Definitely tell you're back east of that style construction. Alright, I think we're getting close to downtown here. Find a place to park. Take a little stroll. Oh, look at this, a big parking lot. Yay. My kind of town. Vans are welcome. Well, they still got the old brick trees growing right here in the sidewalk. Old style light post. Cool. Big windows. You can window shop. Sit in the bench, watch the traffic go by, gossip. Get all the good local gossip here. Outdoor seating, maybe it's a restaurant? I think so. There's our bridge. Yay. Maybe we'll catch this one going up. Laundromat across there. Looks like a clean little town, doesn't it? Do your laundry at the washboard. Another gift shop. The Portside Cafe and Bakery. I'll gain a pound just thinking about that stuff. I need to watch what I eat. It's hard, especially traveling. Well, come on, bridge. We want to see you go up in the air. That water is calm, isn't it? You can really see the reflections of the trees across the street or across the canal. They got places you can tie your boat up. Even looks like electrical circuits along through there. We have to drive across the bridge just to say we done it. Matter of fact, these little towns, if I can, we'll just drive across it and back. There's actually a canal road down to the next town we can follow. That must be their fire department across the street. Pretty good size. Alright, get ready. These bridges are narrow, aren't they? There you go. Went across. I think that's about it for town. I'll get turned around. I'm gonna borrow these guys' parking lot. I'll give it back when I'm done. Get turned around. At some point, I'm gonna have to pick up the pace a little. We've probably got about 40 or 50 miles where I gotta connect up with a freeway, interstate. I won't bother filming that. That's boring. I think that frontage road is just over the bridge. Oh, no way. Yes way. We caught the bridge. They're gonna raise it. He must have heard me. All right, get ready. There it goes. It's going up. Well, end of the bell. What's coming through? A big yacht? Barge? I don't think so. Enough to raise the bridge. There it is. There he is. That's a pretty good sized boat. That's as high up as they go. It's going to take them a few minutes to get down here. Well, there you go. You know I planned this. I had it planned the whole time. Yeah, right. I'm just happy we caught a boat. Probably sit here all day and wait for one. Well, those bridge operators, they have to have hours on them. I doubt if they do it 24 hours a day. I'm sure it's online. They got to have a website. Hours of operation to get through the locks here and across the bridges. Well, I just goofed again. That street back there is the one I wanted. Alright, let me get turned around. It's going to be one of those days. Well, pretty good little start for first day of trucking along the Erie Canal here. I'll get it dialed in. I picked about 3-4 good locations. That RV park where I'm gonna camp is right on the canal, so that ought to be fun. Got a couple towns picked up. We'll try to explore a little bit coming up. Alright, looks like our next town coming up is Medina, New York. A few miles up the road. Actually, the cloud cover's keeping the temperature down a little bit. Not bad. 2025, heck yeah, travel series continues. Journey never ends. Talk soon.